Good afternoon and welcome. Today is March 28th. It's a Thursday, and yes, spring weather is here. It is a beautiful day outside. It's about 60 degrees. And today I am bringing you a special video. We are talking about 20 cowl knitting patterns. So, by the way, I am Jennifer. I am the owner and dyer behind Brazos Fiber Works. I also do have regular episodes on this channel, but in our Ravelry group under Brazos Fiber Works, we are having an April knit along, and we are going to be doing a cowl knit along. So I thought I'd bring today, I came up with 20 different cowl patterns. Now I want to say there are thousands of patterns to choose from. So there is tons and tons of beautiful patterns out there, and whatever you decide, if you decide to come along with us on the knit along, you could choose whatever pattern. I just came up with 20 that I thought were interesting. There is knitting and crochet patterns, and so I just want to talk to you a little today about the 20 patterns that I was able to come up with. So the first cowl that I am going to talk about, and you might see me looking down at my computer just so I can bring those up and look at the pictures and reference to my notes. Yes, that is what I'm just doing, just looking down at my computer. But the first pattern that I want to talk about is a cowl by Andrea Mowry, and it is the DRK Everyday Cowl. It is, all these patterns that I'm going to be talking about are on Ravelry. And this particular pattern is $7 on Ravelry. It is a knitted pattern. It is using DK weight. It requires 150 to 400 yards of yarn. There is lots of options on how you want it to look. So you can either do the solid route, go with one color. You could do like 2 different colors in it. You can do a faded look. Yeah, you have options in that. And then it is knitted flat and seamed together. But yes, like if you've ever knitted an Andrea Mowry pattern before, her patterns are beautiful. That is a $7 pattern on Ravelry, and beautiful, beautiful. The second cowl that I came up with, it's called, and bear with me because some of these I don't want to pronounce it wrong, so if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I do apologize. But the second one that I've come up with is called Purr Aspara Astra Cowl, and it's by Peter Brilliant. It is a $7 pattern on Ravelry. It is a knitting pattern. It has 3 yarn options, so you can either use bulky super bulky weight yarn, a light bulky weight, or a worsted weight. So the pattern does, when you look up at it, it does say super bulky. So it does say it uses 90 yards of yarn, and it comes in 3 different sizes. It does have a star stitch in it. I thought this pattern was beautiful because as soon as I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, I can use my hand spun yarn in this because I think it would be beautiful. I have so much hand spun yarn, and I've been just looking for a project to use it in, and I think this one would be awesome. It does have a star stitch. It says it can be tricky at first when you're first, I think, casting on and getting through those first stitches. So it says it can be a little tricky, but it does get easier, or it gets better. I'm not gonna say easier, it gets better is what they're saying. It's a 2-color pattern, but you can also use a 1-color option also. But each round is only going to be 1 color, so you're not going to be working like color work in 1 round. It's just going to be a solid color per round. Yeah, and like I said, I love this because I love the fact that I could use my hand spun yarn in this one. All right, so the third cowl that I'm going to talk about is the Baking Doodle Cowl by Jaimie Lomax. It is an $8 pattern. It's a knitted pattern using DK weight yarns. It comes, yeah, so it's DK weight is what they suggest. It is 340 to 465 yards. It comes in 3 sizes, and the patterns come with 24 micro charts, so you can mix and match them throughout the project. So if you've ever bought one of her Doodle patterns, because she has multiple ones out there, you can mix and match any of those patterns with this one also. And you can like put it in whatever order you want. So it just comes with the little micro pattern or micro charts, and you can put it in any sort of order that you would like, mix and match them with other patterns if you may have those from Jaimie Lomax. But yeah, super cute. It's so fun. I just love the look of it. Yeah, it's adorable. All right, so number 4 is the Cowl Diamonds. It's in quote diamonds by Valentina Fezova-Georgieva. Sorry if I'm butchering that. I am trying my best. It is a $7 pattern on Ravelry. It is knitting pattern, sorry. An Aran weight, it takes 524 yards. It's one size, it's an adult size. It's worked in the round, and it comes in 2 variations of the pattern. You can either do it in the written or the charted. But yes, I thought that was so cute. It's like very chunky around the neck, but the pattern is so pretty. Yeah, and it's just like you could do it probably in, I mean, it shows just one color. You could do it like in something speckled. You could always do like a fade. A fade would be really cute in it also. All right, so number 5 is the Simply Scrappy Cowl by Helen Stewart. I saw this one years ago and thought about knitting it, and I just have not. So, but I love, if you've ever done a pattern by Helen Stewart, she writes her patterns. So they're just great. Every line is there. You can check it off. Like, I love to bring it up, especially on my iPad, and I could just check off when I've finished each row. But I love the way her patterns are written. This one is a knitted pattern. It's using finger weight yarn. She has, I believe she came up with this pattern because, especially to use with Advent minis, or you could use your Scrappy minis, because so many of us have scraps from socks that we've knitted up, shawls, whatever it may be. So that is a great way to use up your scraps. It does take 460 yards. It's one size. It's easy knitting in the round, broken up by eyelets. You'll see where it's broken up in eyelets. So pretty. It's beautiful. Yes, I love her patterns. Let's see, and each color that you use only uses 5 grams. All right, number 6. Number 6 is the uary cowl, and it's by Casapinka. It is a $7 pattern on Ravelry. It is knitted pattern, bulky weight yarn. It uses 300 to 400 yards. It's one size. There is a bonus cowl for leftovers, and let's see, it takes 4 to 5 colors. I do believe, yeah, so this one I just thought was so cute. It has different colors, just something chunky that you could wear on your neck, but it has like color dimension and a pattern. It's super cute. All right, our number 7 is the Oddments Cowl, and that is another pattern by Helen Stewart. It's an $8 pattern. It is knitted using fingering weight yarn. It calls for 440 yards. It's one size. It's great for leftovers, and it's a beautiful lace pattern. I love this. I love the colors that she picked for it. She picked like these like darker folly colors, but the lace pattern is so pretty. So yeah, that's another one you could use with your scraps. So like for this knit along, you don't even have to go out and buy more yarn. You could find a pattern that uses scraps or stuff that you already have. So yes, that is an option. All right, number 9. This one, I am not sure I'm going to pronounce this right. It is Everyday Cowl. I will put it down below what it is, because I'm sure I'm butchering that. It is by Brianne Elise Miller. It is a $5 pattern. It's a knitted pattern using DK weight yarn. It calls for 300 yards. It's a Japanese concept which represents a person's reason for being. So she states in her pattern that, roughly translated, ikigai is the happiness of always being busy. So I thought that was so fun. And I thought it was just a beautiful pattern. It almost looks like a ribbed pattern, but yes, love, love, love. Looks like something that would be beautiful. All right, number 10 is gonna be Aorist Cowl by Claire Borchardt. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that one also. This one is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's a knitted pattern using DK weight or DK weight held with a lace together. 220 to 330 yards. It's one size, and I love this. It's a beautiful honeycomb formation. It has a ribbed cuff. It is gonna be a little bit heavier, so I mean, it's not gonna be bulky weight. But it's not gonna be fingering. So it's just like, you know, right there in the middle. But the pattern is so cute. I love the honeycomb look. All right, number 11 is Farnese Cowl by Paula. It sounds like Wisniewska. I will put it below. It's an $8 pattern on Ravelry. It's a knitted pattern using worsted weight yarn. It calls for 295 to 405 yards. There is 2 sizes. It's inspired by Frenice Gardens in Rome, and it's a lace pattern. So I thought this was super cute. If you just had one color of worsted weight yarn, it would it'd be beautiful. I love the beautiful like lace work that looks in there. It sits, you know, it's one of those longer ones. It just, the way she's wearing it, it just looks like it's so comfy. Number 12 is gonna be Alpaca Cowl for Rhinebeck, and it's by Deb Giaculo. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I remember, I think she did one the year before in a hat, and I have always wanted to knit that hat. And when I saw this cowl, I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to throw that in there. I definitely want to make the hat, but the cowl looks so super cute. I love the sheep and the little, I don't know if this is an alpaca or llama on there. Oh my gosh, yes, that is my pattern. I would love to knit that pattern. So it is a free pattern on Ravelry, like I said. It's a knitted pattern. You're using worsted weight yarn. It calls for 250 to 300 yards. It's one size. It's a simple chart pattern. Great for first time colorwork project. So if you are a knitter who has never worked a colorwork project, she says that this one is going to be something that she feels like would be easy for a first time colorwork pattern. All right, number 13 is gonna be Only Scales Cowl by Pope Vergara. It's $6.50 on Ravelry. It's a knitted pattern using DK weight. It calls for 165 yards. It's inspired by scales of a dragon. It has cables, slip stitches, and it's an option. There is an option to add beads into that also. I thought this was so pretty. I love the dragon scale look. It's pretty close almost to that honeycomb look, but love it. Like, especially the colors that she uses in the pattern. It's just so pretty. I mean, all these cowls, I love all these cowls. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I love the dragon scale look. Number 14 is the Round and Round cowl by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady Designs. It's a $5 pattern on Ravelry. It's a knitted pattern using fingering weight yarn. On here you can use your scraps, you could use your advent minis. There are lots of options. It does take 300 to 350 yards. It's one size, perfect for using up, like I said, your scraps of yarn or your advent minis. It's worked in the round and it's worked in a chevron pattern. I love the chevron pattern look. It just looks so beautiful. It like beautifully separates those mini skeins. Yes, and you could also, if you wanted to, knit it up in just one color also. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful pattern. Kay always has great pattern and they're so well written. All right, number 15 is the Delightful Dot Cowl by Tori Yu. It's a $7 pattern on Ravelry. It's a knitting pattern with DK weight. It calls for 810 yards. So this is gonna be a little bit bigger yards. It comes in one size. It's color work that incorporates fun fading effect. And it's worked in the round. So yeah, I thought this was such a pretty pattern. I'm sorry, I'm like losing my voice here. Yeah, so super, super cute pattern. All right, let's see. The next, number 16. So now we are getting in, the last 5 are gonna be crochet patterns. This is called the Victoria Cowl by Janet Pippin. It's a $5 pattern on Ravelry. It's crochet using Aran weight yarn, 220 to 230 yards. It is one size and it is a classy, elegant ribbed cowl. So I thought this was super cute. It's like in that V shape, and you can like fold it over, and the collar kind of looks like a sweater. So if you were wearing like a jacket over a shirt, or you could wear a shirt and just add this as an accessory to the top, it would look super cute. Number 17 is the June Chevron Cowl by Toni Lipsy. I love this one too. It like kind of big, chunky, kind of hangs a little bit lower, not too low, but like this one, it looks like she's doing it in a faded kind of effect. It's a crochet pattern using DK weight yarn. This one, I couldn't find a price. I'm sure if I would have started clicking more and more and more, I would probably find something. I did click a few different places. I could not find a price for it. But as using DK weight yarn, it's a chevron stitch pattern, 180 to 220 yards. It comes in one size, but it just looks so beautiful. I feel like you could wear it anywhere with like you could use it like business look too, depending on what colors you're using with it. But yeah, really super cute crochet pattern. All right, let's see. The next one is the Southern Sunset Cowl. This is number 18 by Jennifer Levitt. It's a $6 pattern on Ravelry. It's a crochet pattern using fingering weight yarn. It calls for 300 to 960 yards. It has mini skeins. You can use either mini skeins or a single skein color of yarn. It has video and photo tutorials, and she does have a DK version of the pattern that is just $2 more. So yeah, a couple different options in this, But yeah, I thought it was pretty the way she has like the different layered colors. You could do it in a fade color. You could do it in a solid color like she mentions, but super cute option also. All right, number 19 is the Stained Glass Cowl by Jess Copham. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's a crochet pattern using Aran weight yarn, 772 yards. It comes in one size. It's great for advanced beginner Tunisian crocheters. I've never personally done Tunisian. I have always wanted to, so this might be an option that I am wanting to try. It has step-by-step photos and video tutorials. So yes, super, super cute. Would love to try that Tunisian crochet. All right, our last number 20 cowl pattern is also a crochet pattern. It is called the Cypress Infinity Cowl by Amy Ramnarine. It's a $2 pattern, but she does mention in there that if you go to her blog, it is free. So you can either pay for the $2 one on Ravelry or head over to her blog and you will get that pattern for free. It's a crochet pattern using Aran weight yarn. It calls for 370 to 390 yards. It's one size. It's knit flat and then seamed together. But yeah, I thought it's just something in a solid color. You could use any color. You could use a fade. You could use a speckled yarn, but super, super cute. So yes, that is the 20 patterns that I have come up with. Like I said, there is thousands of beautiful cowl patterns out there. These are just the ones that I came across that I thought would be great for knitting and crochet. But yes, if you are wanting to knit along with us in April, come please join the Brazos Fiber Works Ravelry group. There is a thread under there for us all getting ready for our patterns and what yarn we'll be using, and I will be posting mine in there come today or tomorrow. And yeah, so the more the merrier. We always love knit-alongs. We always love knitting with our fiber community. And yeah, thank you so much for coming along with me today and listening to me talk about these 20 beautiful patterns. I do hope you appreciated and liked what I had to offer. I hope you guys have a great day. If you're not subscribed to the Brazos Fiber Works channel and you would like to see bi-weekly episodes and would like to be a part of our knitting community, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified the next time that I do upload. Have a great day. Easter is this Sunday. Have a great Easter, and I will see you guys later. Bye.